Everybody so wanted to go to Egypt to see the pyramids. That was his, he was so we're going to go to Egypt, we're going to see it. And he never got to go. It's time. And grief.
I never realised just how horrible grief is.
It comes in these waves. And you just go, oh.
Hello everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Please find a comfortable space and settle in. Today's video is not a short report. It is a journey into the heart of a family learning to breathe again after losing its center. The Osbourne family, Sharon, Jack, and Kelly, have not just released a video, they have opened a door to their home and to their hearts at their most vulnerable.
I keep losing all sense of time and everything. It's weird.
Yeah. I guess we should probably start with why we're even doing this right now.
Because we wanted to. I feel so bad. So many people have reached out to us. I feel so bad. Everybody's reached out to us that we know, that we love. Thousands and thousands of people who we've never met. And I just want everybody to know that everything that has been sent to us, we've read, we appreciate.
In a long, unscripted, and deeply emotional conversation, they have given the world a gift, an intimate look at life after Ozzy. This is not a story about a rock star. This is a story about a husband, a father, a man who was so deeply loved and whose absence has left a void that echoes in every room, in every quiet moment. They speak not with prepared statements, but with trembling voices, with tears that are still fresh, and with a love that is so powerful it transcends even the screen. Let us walk with them through this. The unwelcome visitor, grief. The conversation begins where their lives currently reside, in the fog of grief.
Yeah.
The outpouring of love has been so helpful to us. I never could have even imagined it to be as helpful as it has been, to know that we're not alone in our grief and our sadness, and that the rest of the world loved him as much as we did.
Yeah.
Kelly speaks the truth that so many feel but struggle to articulate. She says, with a quiet rawness, "I never realized just how horrible grief is." She describes it not as a single heavy blanket, but as something more active, more violent. "It comes in these waves," she says, "waves, and you just go. You don't fight it, you don't conquer it. You simply survive each wave, bracing for the next."
I said this the other day. I was doing an interview for Dad's book, and what I said was, when you grow up, you every child does this. You're like, I wonder what's going to happen when my dad's going to die. I wonder what's going to happen when my mom dies. It's just normal, I think. Everyone has those thoughts.
Your biggest fear.
Yeah. And I just never crossed my mind that it would impact anyone kind of outside of, I didn't think it was going to be like it was.
It wasn't just the heavy metal community, it was the entire world.
Yeah.
Jack and Sharon speak of time losing all meaning. 3 months feel like a single, long, painful day, and 1,000 years all at once. Sharon shares a detail that is so personal, so heartbreakingly real. She says the mornings are the hardest. For the first 3 seconds after she wakes up, her world is normal. And then the memory of her new reality crashes down, and the day begins with that fresh, crushing ache. She hates going to bed at night because it means going into an empty room.
Because he didn't realize how much he was loved, and that was his beauty.
Yeah.
Because he never took it for granted from anyone.
No.
He never took it for granted, I'm this, I'm that. He had no idea. He was so living in his bubble. He never had any idea how much people loved him, admired him. Even if they didn't like his music, they liked him.
For a while, she didn't. Jack slept in her room so she wouldn't be alone. This is the landscape of their lives now, a world where time is broken and each day is a battle against a tide of sadness. The reason for talking, an ocean of love. So why are they doing this? Why put themselves through this painful conversation? The answer is simple, and it comes from a place of overwhelming gratitude. They are doing it to say thank you. Sharon's voice fills with emotion as she describes the overwhelmingly wonderful reaction from the world. She feels almost guilty, so bad that they haven't been able to respond to the thousands and thousands of messages from people they know and love, and from countless more they have never met. But she wants everyone to know this. Everything that has been sent to us we've read. We appreciate it. Jack adds, his voice steady but full of feeling, that this global outpouring of love has been so helpful. It showed them they were not alone in their sadness. It was a profound revelation that the rest of the world loved him as much as we did.
Yeah.
But it was like everyone from Oasis to
Robbie
With the
Williams.
tributes.
Robbie Williams,
Rod Stewart,
Rod Stewart,
Coldplay.
Lady Gaga.
Lady Gaga's was great.
Yeah.
I mean, and it was, your dad would have loved to see these different versions that people were doing with their tributes
Yeah.
of his music.
Yeah.
And it was just, but Rod playing Forever Young.
Yeah.
Sharon is still in awe, comparing it to the public grief for Princess Diana. She says Ozzy would never have believed it. He was, they all agree, a man living in a bubble, completely unaware of his own impact. He never took it for granted, Sharon says. He had no idea. And they see that now not as a flaw, but as his most beautiful, humble quality. The final battle, a body failing, a spirit unbroken. To understand the miracle of his final show, they take us back to the painful, grueling year-long battle that Ozzy fought with a body that was failing him. It started with a small fall, a sore back.
Daddy always used to say about Jimmy, he said, why was he never in a band? This guy would have been great in a band, the best front guy ever. He could never understand why he wasn't
That's funny.
a musician.
Of like the tributes you saw online, what ones kind of stand out the most? Like the videos and things. I know you love the sketches that guy does.
Yeah, they're great.
For my birthday, did you see what he did?
No, I didn't.
We did this little sketch of Daddy hanging out in the clouds, and there was a phone box, and he's like, happy birthday, darling. It was so cute.
They laugh fondly, remembering Ozzy the hypochondriac, the man who could stub his toe and declare his whole foot needed amputation. But this time, he wasn't crying wolf. He had fractured a vertebra in his spine, and so began what they call the domino effect. The fracture led to hospital stays. In the hospital, he got pneumonia. Not once, not twice, 3 times. To fix the agonizing pain in his back, a procedure was done, a human cement injected into his spine. But from that procedure, he got a strep infection, and then sepsis. Sepsis, a brutal, life-threatening infection that attacks the entire body. He was on intravenous antibiotics for 9 weeks. Jack describes it as being like chemotherapy, draining every ounce of strength that he had.
It meant so much to us.
And to Dad,
How have you guys been holding up? What have you guys learned through this?
the whole thing about time.
Time, yeah.
Time is so precious. It's so precious. And things I think of, when you go, no, when I retire, I'm going to do this. Fuck it. Do it now. Do it now. Don't wait.
Yeah.
I never realized just how horrible grief is.
It comes in these waves. And you just go, oh.
Sharon recalls a moment in March where they all sat together, truly believing they were going to lose him. It was around this time that the idea of canceling his final show in Birmingham was seriously discussed. But then, a spark. In talking about pulling out, something in Ozzy shifted. His determination ignited. No, he said, I have to do the show. His reason was pure Ozzy. He wanted to say thank you. Even if he couldn't sing a single note, he wanted to go out on that stage and just thank the people who had loved him for decades. That show became his lighthouse in a storm of pain. It was, Sharon says, the best medicine for him. It was a big, bright light, and he was going towards it. He was miserable and in pain leading up to it, cursing and yelling, changing his mind every other day. But he never gave up on it. They share a story that perfectly captures the chaos and dark humor of that time.
I never knew I was capable of loving somebody so much and missing somebody so much. I never thought there'd be a day where he wouldn't be here.
But then how blessed are you to have had a dad like him?
So lucky.
Blessed.
Yeah.
2 weeks before the show, he was secretly hospitalized in England. A man showed up demanding to see John Osbourne, claiming to be his brother. Convinced he was a press spy, security turned him away aggressively. The devastating truth? There was another John Osbourne in the hospital, and it was in fact his real brother. When they realized their mistake, they felt terrible. But Ozzy, they say, was in his hospital bed, hysterical, laughing. The perfect day, a living wake. And then came the day. The show. They struggle to find the words for it. Surreal, epic, legendary. Jack calls it a living wake. A day not of mourning, but of pure, unadulterated joy. There was no ego. Every artist who came did so for free, out of love. The crew worked tirelessly. It felt, Kelly says, like doing a show in your family's home. Ozzy got to see old friends he hadn't seen in 38 years. He got to say his goodbyes. He was, they all agree, happier than they had ever seen him. The 17 days that followed were a gift. He was busy, happy, fulfilled. He finished his book. He did artwork for a monkey charity, proudly holding up his paintings. He was, as Jack says, on a high. Which is why his passing, when it came just 2 weeks later, felt so cruelly sudden. They all thought the energy from the show would give him more time. The aftermath, love, vultures, and life lessons. In the wake of his passing, they have faced the ugly side of fame. They speak with fury about a former manager trying to release old demo tapes, attempting to steal from the band again. They are pained by vultures and nutters, including one woman who sent them her toenails and hair for a DNA test. And Sharon and Kelly unleashed their raw anger at Roger Waters for his comments, calling him a pathetic, lonely, ugly human being and a cot, a word Sharon says she saves for only the most special, deserving moments. But they focus on the light. They reveal a beautiful project. Every single flower left at tributes in Birmingham and at their home has been collected. The flowers have been composted, and that compost will be returned to their land, so Ozzy literally becomes part of the earth he loved. Every note, every drawing, every scribbled message on the back of a receipt has been saved, read, and will be digitized and displayed in the Birmingham Museum. Nothing has been thrown away. They share touching moments of kindness, like a voicemail from Donald Trump offering condolences, and a handwritten letter from King Charles, whom they describe as a truly good-hearted man. The unbreakable core, love and time. As the conversation winds down, they return to the two things that matter most, love and time. Sharon's voice breaks as she confesses her one regret. Every morning she would hear Ozzy walk down the stairs, and she would call out, "Morning, Dad, I love you." He would always reply, "I love you more." On the morning he passed, she didn't say it, but she knows with every fiber of her being that he knew. She cries, "I never knew I was capable of loving somebody so much and missing somebody so much." But through the tears, there is a powerful, shining gratitude. Jack and Kelly speak of how blessed they are to have had him as a father. They talk about his authenticity. He was never a saint, he was a Viking, but he loved with a ferocity and loyalty that was unmatched. He was the same man, from a small house on Lodge Road to a mansion in California. He never pretended to be anything other than exactly who he was, Ozzy. And this leads them to the final most important lesson. Ozzy had a dream. He desperately wanted to go to Egypt to see the pyramids. He talked about it all the time. "We're going to go," he'd say, but he never got to go. His unfulfilled dream is their message to all of us. Sharon says it with the weight of someone who has learned the hardest way. Time is so precious. Don't waste time with anyone. You can't buy time. Their final words are for the fans. Jack, his voice thick with emotion, says he will never be able to thank everyone enough. The love shown to his dad, at that final show and in the days since, solidified a truth that Ozzy himself never quite believed, that he was loved, deeply and universally, not just as a legend, but as a man. This family tribute is more than an interview. It is a raw, unvarnished portrait of love in the face of immense loss. It teaches us that grief is the price we pay for love. It shows us that even in the darkest waves of sorrow, gratitude can be a lifeline. And it screams from the rooftops the one lesson Ozzy's life and death imparts: cherish your people. Say "I love you" every single chance you get. And don't wait to see your pyramids. Because time, the most precious thing we are given, is the one thing we can never get back. Thank you for watching. Hold your loved ones close tonight.